Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are going to talk about hereditary hemochromatosis. It is basically inherited liver disease. So what is hereditary hemochromatosis? It is excessive iron deposition throughout the body. The iron deposition in the body is called hemosiderosis. But when this iron damages the tissues and the viscera, then it is called hemochromatosis. There is a difference between hemosiderosis and hemochromatosis. So, what is hereditary hemochromatosis? It is excess iron is deposited throughout the body, and the total body iron may reach 20 to 60 grams. The normal value is 4 gram, and it damages the tissues. The primary organ to be involved in hereditary hemochromatosis is liver. The other viscera are joints, heart, pancreas, gonads, that is ovary and testicles, and thyroid gland. Now let's talk about the pathophysiology of hereditary hemochromatosis. Start with the iron metabolism. The iron has two forms, two dietary forms. One is Fe3 positive, which is ferric form, and Fe2 positive, which is ferrous form. When this iron passes through the gastrointestinal tract into the intestine, it is taken up by divalent metal transporters on the luminal side of the intestinal cells. When this iron passes through this DMT transporters, and then it on the luminal on the basolateral side of these intestinal cells, a transporter is present which is called ferroportin or transferrin receptors, which transport these iron into the circulation. And this Fe2 positive, when enters into the circulation, it binds with the protein which is called transferrin, and this is the transport form of iron to the various viscera. When there is excessive iron overload in the body, the liver produces a protein which is called hepcidin, and this hepcidin is very important to regulate the iron by regulating its transporter, that is ferroportin or transferrin receptors on the basolateral side of this intestinal cell. So, when there is a mutation in the HFE protein in hereditary hemochromatosis, C282Y is more common mutation than H63D. This HFE protein mutation leads to negative signals to the hepcidin. Due to these negative signals to the hepcidin, there is no proper regulation of these ferroportin or transferrin receptors. Due to no proper regulation, there is excessive uptake of iron by these ferroportin or transferrin receptors, as well as there is overactivity of these DMT transporters. So there is iron overload in the body. Due to this iron overload, this iron produces excessive free radicals, that is OH negative or hydroxyl ions, and these free radicals causes the tissue damage. As a result, fibrosis occurs. Now come to the clinical features of hereditary hemochromatosis. It is basically autosomal recessive disorder, and in the males it clinically significant after the 40 years of age, while in the female it occurs late as compared to male, 10 to 20 years after the menopause, because of loss of iron in the menstrual cycle in the female. So the features in the female appears late, 10 to 20 years than male. Now come to the clinical features according to the viscera. In the liver, it causes cirrhosis. As we have discussed, the excessive iron produces free radicals which causes the tissue damage, and in the liver it causes cirrhosis, which is especially macronodular cirrhosis. Macronodular cirrhosis, and there is more chances of 200 fold 200-fold more risk of hepatocellular carcinoma in hereditary hemochromatosis. In the heart, when it deposited excessive iron got deposited in the heart, it leads to arrhythmias and cardiomyopathy, which ultimately leads to congestive cardiac failure in very severe cases of hereditary hemochromatosis. When it got deposited into the pancreas, it leads to decreased insulin production. Ultimately, diabetes mellitus occurs in these patients. And in the skin, when there is a excessive deposition of iron, which leads to increased melanin production, so gray color skin appears. The skin becomes gray color. These two features, that is diabetes mellitus and gray color, are combinedly called bronze diabetes. Bronze diabetes. In the joints, it causes Arthropathy, especially it causes the arthritis of second and third metacarpophalangeal joint (MCP) and knee joint as well as hip joint. These joints are most commonly involved in the hereditary hemochromatosis, and it causes hypogonadism, which leads to amenorrhea in the females, while in the male there is loss of or decreased libido or impotence or erectile dysfunction in male. It causes hypothyroidism when it got deposited in the thyroid gland. Let's talk about the investigations of hereditary hemochromatosis. Iron profile is very important to rule out the hereditary hemochromatosis. The serum iron levels are very high, and the serum ferritin levels are also increased in hereditary hemochromatosis. And transferrin saturation, as we have discussed, that transferrin is a transporter protein in the circulation. So if this is the transferrin protein, it got fully saturated when there is iron overload. So transferrin saturation in this case is more than 45%. Total iron binding capacity is reduced because of fully saturation of transferrin, which is a protein in the blood. So when there is a fully saturation of transferrin proteins, ultimately decrease total iron binding capacity. The binding capacity of this transferrin is reduced, so total iron binding capacity is reduced but transferrin is fully saturated. Perform the ECG and the echo to rule out cardiomyopathy. Genetic testing is important for C282Y and H63D mutation. This is commonly and routinely used to diagnose the hereditary hemochromatosis. And liver biopsy is gold standard. Gold standard. This is gold standard or confirmatory test for hereditary hemochromatosis. Now come to the management of hereditary hemochromatosis. Phlebotomy or venous section is done in these patients every week, which basically it is the removal of blood through the veins. So 500 ml of the blood is removed every week, which is consist of 250 mg of iron. That is 250 mg of iron removal every week. The targeted serum ferritin is below 50 microgram per liter or 5 microgram per deciliter. This phlebotomy actually improves the liver and the cardiac problems, but it does not improve the diabetes mellitus. In the patients who cannot tolerate the venesection or the phlebotomy or very older age, then deferoxamine should be given to these patients. It is basically iron chelator, which binds with the iron and then help in the excretion of this excessive iron into the urine. In the screening, the indications are genetic screening of the first degree relative is must, because liver biopsy should be performed in asymptomatic individuals or the relatives with abnormal liver function test and has the serum ferritin more than 1000 microgram per liter or more than 100 microgram per deciliter. So these two are the indications of liver biopsy in asymptomatic relatives, first degree relatives. Of the secondary hemochromatosis. Secondary hemochromatosis is common in the blood transfusion cases, in the iron loading anemias, that is thalassemia major, sickle cell anemia, and other hemolytic anemias, as well as in the chronic liver diseases. So this was whole about hereditary hemochromatosis and secondary hemochromatosis. Thank you so much for watching this video.